Well, my name is Jachell Stokes, and my professional background is in business and in accounting. So I work for the federal government. I work for schools in the business sense and in accounting. Um, During the pandemic, I had the ability to come home and work from home while trying to help. My husband was kind of sick, and then my sons were homeschooling and stuff. So I came home and started an in-home daycare so I can keep finances in the home. And I've always wanted to do therapy or counseling in that sense, but the opportunity to come home and start my own business um, just led me to say, should I go back to school? But if I was still working for the federal government, I would have not gone back to school. So the pandemic had helped me in certain ways of like looking at myself and seeing what really resonates with my heart and not just being comfortable. Well, at the current moment, I go to Washington Adventist University. So I'm finishing up my first year, and in a couple months, I should be graduating with this internship. So that's what has prepared me so far. Yes, there is a link there. I love children because I realized that children are just little adults. So everything that I've learned so far, as far as attachments and how to model certain behaviors, come from, I'm learning in school. So it's kind of cool to see the link of like, okay, this modality helps with this, and I already know it about children. It's just that now that you're an adult, you don't really act out in the same ways. You now have the words or not the words. So it is a link there. So I know that I'll be doing things with children, and adults are just big kids. So I'll be doing that as well, working with them. It just depends on what's happening with me in life. So if I've been really busy and overwhelmed in certain spaces, I do like to just sit with myself and just do some self-care, go to the spa, go for walks, go hiking, I'm kind of like outdoorsy and just like doing different things. But if I haven't seen my family in a while, and if I need some, encouragement or just to be around a certain type of energy, then I'll go visit my family and friends. So I guess it just depends on what I'm going through at the moment. I'm more attracted to trauma, anxiety, depression, the daily ups and downs of life, and family dynamics. I love like the to help people with their communication. That's another link with the children and the parents, of like that link of how to communicate so that your life can be better daily. So just anything that can help you get through life, like anything that you may be going through. My unique approach is probably eclectic. I think that you should do what is best for the client in their current issues. I think it's kind of, if you get caught up on just one modality, you're not flexible enough to help the person and get into the outcome that they desire. So I do a person-centered approach, and I want to make sure that we are targeting that person's issues at hand. So whatever I need to pull from or learn, if I'm not, well versed in that, I will do so.
Okay.
I can say I fall back on CBT and DBT, um, and person-centered. So just basically those things. I'm a little into somatic because I've done that for myself. So that's why I say eclectic, because I will take what's necessary depending on what is coming up. So you want to make sure that that person feels comfortable. Get to know the person. Don't assume things that you don't know. So I'm okay with asking questions. I think, even though someone's coming to you as a professional, you should still get to know more about them, make them feel comfortable, and anything that you don't know, ask a question or look up, maybe jot it down and just kind of take a look into it and just be there and make sure that they feel comfortable so that we can help with the therapeutic alliance, make sure that it's going well so that that person can open up and we really can have a genuine connection. One way that I I would allow the person to feel heard and understood would be to um, just let them talk. I think sometimes I've been in therapy myself, and therapist has a lot of knowledge, so they might want to tell you and interrupt sometimes and say like what they think, or you know, I think sometimes just letting that person, be vulnerable and tell you what's going on with them. So allowing that space and that time, and even when it's like a hard moment, just letting that pause build, and so that they can feel it and sit in it. So just making sure that the environment feels safe for them. That's a big deal for me. I define success in therapy as someone, first of all, coming back and consistently coming back to their sessions, right? I think that that's a big telltale if they don't feel comfortable or they're missing so many sessions. And again, I take that from myself. I couldn't wait to go to my sessions, even though they were scary in the beginning. It was a very safe place. So that shows me that what I'm doing is working and it's making them feel comfortable. Also, when they when they're telling me that they're starting to feel better, right? Um, what I think should feel good to them might not be in alignment. So if they're telling me that they're feeling better, or they're saying saying their goals hit, like if they weren't sleeping, like, oh my goodness, I got an extra hour sleep. So it doesn't have to be drastic, but anything that is allowing them to feel better. What I enjoy the most is just creating a safe space. Growing up, I'm the oldest of six. I felt like there was a lot of pressure on me, and people came to talk to me all the time, and I didn't always have that space to go to, or didn't feel safe. Maybe something comes back to you, and it's like, hold on, like I told you that out of confidence. And then so once I got into therapy, I realized like, oh, that's something that I want, that I really, really admire about the therapeutic space, is making sure that the person feels safe, heard, seen, and that they feel validated, valid in what they're saying. So it might not be right, wrong, or indifferent. However, they need to get it out. And it's important to make sure that that person has a safe place so that they can heal and grow and get the desired outcomes that they would like. That when a person comes to me, that I am truly concerned about what they're going through. I want to create a safe place. It's a non-judgment free zone. Like there's no judgment here. Everybody is at different places in their life and going through things, and you do need somebody. I'm here to help you as best as I can. And my goal is your goal. And my goal is for you to feel successful and for you to feel as though you are overcoming obstacles that you haven't seen yourself overcome on your own. So I'm here to be a help, and not to judge anybody or where you are, or what you're going through, but to understand and be a helping hand along your journey. What I do is I have just a routine. In the morning, I stick to my routine. I do not, if I do veer off, it has to be important, but I don't touch my phone when I wake up. I listen to gospel. I get in my word a little bit. I take the first 30 minutes of the day to show gratitude and be grateful. Maybe some journaling, depending on how I'm feeling. I also, when daycare is over, I make sure that I go work out. Just 30 minutes an hour. It depends on how I'm feeling, or something like that. And then my nighttime routine is that I pray again, and then I just make sure that I go to bed around the same times if I can. So nothing after 10:30, 11 o'clock, unless I'm out or something like that. But I just have a routine that I found over the years that I have to at least have those three things that keep me grounded. And then on the weekend, every other weekend, I do a self-care day. So I've seen burnout, and I know what that looks like, and I know what that feels like. And once you overcome that and you see what you need to do, is religious at this point. So it was a recommendation, but I had already had interviews and I could have been locked in with other people. I just really like the balance that I seen as far as when you're doing certain internships, you gotta, it's a little bit more rigid. So I like the fact that he allowed me to start this soon, and I didn't have to wait. I like the flexibility of being able to do on virtual as well as in person. And I also like the age groups. I saw that, it starts, he has like the younger age groups and it goes up to adults. So a lot of other places I went to were very specialized, and I just want to get to know what's out there so that I can know what lane feels comfortable to me. So that was it. And I like the energy, and I like the communication was like on point. So that's one thing I look forward to as far as like timing and communication. How far in between emails am I getting? Is it hours? So I did like the communication. I felt like it was the best pick for me. I know that it feels some type of way, and it's not, especially in certain cultures, it's not like a thing where you just go talk to other people. But I would tell you that I've done it, and it has helped me to feel a sense of I have a time period to talk about what's going on, and then I can go deal with life. It's like opening the door and then closing it. I open the door, I talk, I do what I need to do, I get all of those feelings out, and then close the door, and then I go on about my day. So I would say that everybody needs to add the extra door to their day and to what they're going through in life, and just have your therapy door. You go in there, you handle your business, you shut your door, and then you go back out. So I would say that even though it feels scary, just act as though you're moving into a bigger place, because I know we all want another room, right? So do that and just feel the freedom that comes with it in your life, because after the first session, keep going to your sessions, and one day you will feel better and better, because everything that we start in life, we usually don't know how to do it when we first start. You don't know when you remember how to tie your shoe, but now you do it every day. So just go ahead and start so that you can be free.